Jujutsu Shenanigans is the best battlegrounds game on Roblox, and one of the most unique things about this game are all these special variants that it has. Each character has different moves that can only be used when in combination with other attacks or the special ability. And today we're going to teach you how to use every single variant and why they were added in the first place. Okay, so for the Honored one, a lot of the variants are going to come from the R ability, which for Honored one is a TP, as you can see. Gojo can actually teleport, but we're not sure as to the specifics of how that works really. The first variant is really simple. It's one lapse blue and you can kick them in the air to slam them down. But that is the baby step to this variant, which is lapse blue into reversal red mid-air. Yup, that's a high damaging attack. It's one of my favorite variants in the entire game. And then there's only one variant for the base moveset, and it's kind of a low-key one because I don't think a lot of people use it. But after you use two-fold kick, you can actually kick somebody down. So I'm gonna down slam this guy, kick, TP up, and you could down, yeah, you could down slam them. So I can just do two-fold kick, TP, kick them down. Wait. I've never tried this before. Oh my, it does work. Okay, that's a new variant that I think I just created. Now, I don't know if you would say this is a variant, but definitely something you could do. If you were to do lapse blue, send somebody in the air, you can actually TP mid-air and kick them down. But another real variant is reversal red max, and if you shoot it and spam R, you will then do a black flash and pull them back into you. This can be used for movement as well, I guess, but not very effective. And you can actually use it on two people. If I were to shoot this guy and then spam R into that guy, I could do that. So, but if you wanted to know the secret move for Honored one, it's actually the hollow purple nuke, but I'm pretty sure you know how to do that. You just kill somebody with lapse blue, shoot a red into it, and yeah, that happens. Now onto Vessel, which the special ability for this character is a feint. So as you can see, I can feint all these attacks. You could even do that. Now that feint ability isn't something that's super canon to the series, but Yuji does feint his attacks, especially with Divergent Fist and other various times he's doing combos with somebody like Toto. But the first variant is for the first move, Curse Strikes, and it's actually an aerial variant, which if you do that, you can kick them down. Also comes with a Black Flash finisher variant. So yeah, Yuji can be seen doing these types of attacks all throughout the series. I think one specific moment would be in season 2 against Mahito. The next variant is what I just showed, but it's for Crushing Blow, because regular Crushing Blow just makes you punch the ground, and if you do the aerial, you actually jump with it. I think Yuji did this against Mahito in season 1 with a Junpei present. The next variant, again, is not really a variant, but it is the ability to do black flashes as long as you're not facing the opponent. If they're looking away from you, you can chain black flashes forever. And you know, there's 3 versions of the black flash now. It's regular, there's an uppercut, and there's a kick, and depending on which one you get actually affects its finisher. So let's see what I get here. I got the kick. So the kick sends him down. See, that's the uppercut right there, and he went hella far. There is now an aerial variant to dismantle. So if you jump in the air and do dismantle, it looks just like this. Whereas the regular one is a barrage of slashes. This one is just a precise cut through the air. I think this is very reminiscent of this attack that he did on Maharaga. And just like the Honor one, this character has a secret move which can be done by pressing 1, 3, 2, R. You'll read some incantations and then do a devastating attack, which I think is the most powerful attack in the game. I guess the new head splitter would technically be a one-shot, but this is not. But this also recently got an aerial variant, which if you jump 1, 3, 2, R, boom. On to my boy Restless Gambler, who usually gets no love. I mean, he probably gets no love because his character doesn't have a lot of variants. I mean, your R ability is a counter that uses doors. If I do this, yeah, it just counters a lot. But there is one variant that was added for this character. By pressing 1 and 2, you will now do reserve balls into a door. So is this a W variant? 100%. But should he have more variants? Probably. I guess Akari is just one of those characters that doesn't have a lot to him other than his jackpot, which has no variants. On to my boy 10 Shadows, who has a lot of variants. A lot of them stemming from his R ability, which is called Shadow Movement, that allows him to go into the shadows and move around. This comes from Megumi's ability to hide in the shadows, like he does here. Nothing special, but you can store objects in there and release them at later times. But for the first variant, you're gonna press R, go into shadow, and press 1 to do your rabbits. There's no follow-up with the rabbits after, but it's just a nice little quick attack that you can do to get into your combo. After that, we got a Nue variant, which the regular Nue variant will swoop in and hit your target from a distance. But if you were to press 2 and R, you would do the same thing but travel with Nue instead, and that's fire. Megumi has been seen to hang on to Nue as it flies, so that's probably why you can do it. And then we have a Toad variant, which the regular one will do this. And if you were to do the variant by pressing 3 and 2 using Toad and Nue, you would then pick them up and slam them down. This is called a well-known abyss, and it's when Megami combines Toads to create these guys. Going into the ultimate, I just wanted to bring attention to something that I don't see a lot of people do, but when you're in the ultimate, you can actually press G to swap between movesets. That's like really useful because I can go from doing Rabbit Escape into like Max Elephant, you know, while they're being stunned, and that's just fire. The regular Shadow Swarm is that attack, but if there were to be a domain, you can actually use Shadow Swarm to invade the domain. And then I can come into here. I think I do have to hold down onto it, and now I'm stuck in here. This domain invasion is really reminiscent of something that he did in season 2 of JJK when he invaded Dagon's domain. Okay, now I don't know if this is actually a variant, but regular ground pinch allows you to pick up the ground and throw it at somebody, but if you were to be next to them, you will actually pick them up with the ground and throw it away. A special variant of ground pinch that throws the person hella far away. I don't know how to activate it. I think it's just chance. I don't think anybody has ever figured it out, but if I keep throwing these guys, I'll get it eventually. Oh, there we go. Got it. So yeah, it's just a super long throw that you could technically one-shot an opponent with if you got lucky. Okay, on to Perfection, which special ability allows them to disfigure their body, to get swords, or to get boulders. Each of those have different M1 modes that can do different things, but the first official variant is an aerial version of Stockpile, which usually looks like this, but if you were to jump, you would slam them down. Pretty versatile attack. I think Mahito does this against Yuji and Toto in their fight in season 2. Regular Focus Strike looks like this, but if you were to time it properly, you can do a Black Flash with it. This cannot be chained like Vessels, but is still pretty cool and high damaging. And then we have a variant of Body Repel, which normally looks like this, but if you press Body Repel and Focus Strike, you will actually travel with it. Okay, now in the ultimate, depending on what M1 mode you're in, you will actually have a different attack for body disfigure. Normal, you will do this. With swords, you will do this. And with boulders, you will do force grab, which you can pick them up and slam them down. You keep pressing it and R to release them. And finally, for the newest character in JJS, we have Blood Manipulator. Surprisingly, even though this character doesn't have an ultimate yet, it actually does have a few variants to it. Most of them are in combination with the R special ability, which for this one is the Blood Orbs. The first variant is for Piercing Blood, which if you press, usually does just a simple attack, but if I were to hold it, it would then use one of my Blood Orbs to create a devastating Piercing Blood. The next one is for Flowing Red Scale, which normal red scale usually does this, but there's an air variant, which if I were to jump straight up, I would slam right back down. And then there's another variant if you were to have blood and do the same thing. You would do the same attack, but you would then leave a blood speck that can be detonated at any time. I press that, blow them up. I've seen people do crazy things with this, like use it for movement and even for crazy combos, like something like that. But then we got Supernova, which in its base with no blood is actually a counter attack. So if I were to go here, yeah, which comes from this scene with Yuji where he does the exact same thing. The Blood Orbs are also really inspired by Choso because he uses them throughout his entire fight with Yuji. And then Supernova with Blood is actually a long range attack that throws one out in front of you and can be detonated at any time. It does only stay in the direction that you throw it in no matter where you turn, but if you press R, it can blow up right there. They can also be stacked. I know I have no cooldown, but they actually can be stacked normally and detonated just like that. Finally, Blood's Edge also has a variant because if you use it up close next to somebody, it'll grab a hold of them and then slam them. Whereas if you're far away, you would just pounce towards them. Okay, and the last variant was not in the game when I first recorded this video, but it is for Slicing Exorcism, which has a variant to it. The regular Slicing Exorcism looks like this, and the variant works by pressing 1 and R at the same time, and if you hold it down, it will use all the blood that's available to spray them down. So if you don't have any blood equipped, you could actually still do it. You could also do it in the air and it'll pull out 2 blood particles, I guess. Hopefully there's more variants to this character because just like 10 Shadows, I think blood manipulation is extremely versatile. If I missed any, then please comment them down below. But if you like this video, then you would probably like a video of me reacting to the most viral JJS shorts of all time. So click right here to go watch that. Millz Mafia out. Yeah. That, just leave that playing. We're gonna go home. Somebody's gonna enjoy that.